Hello friends, welcome to another day where I will be sharing some things that I stopped buying to be able to save some money and be financially free. Welcome, my name is Martha, and in this channel I'll talk all about saving money, living a healthy life, and also being a minimalist lifestyle. Welcome. I stopped paying and buying cable. Cable became a very expensive expense on my budget, where the prices will be continued to increase, and I decided instead of me doing cable, I will go ahead and utilize my local library where I can borrow movies as well as I can find a form of entertainment. 2, I stopped buying hard copy books. I love reading. I love reading about finance, health, and also I enjoy looking at magazines. So that is one area that I decided, instead of me buying books and coming to keep them in my bookshelf, and sometimes I will buy a book and actually find myself not completing reading it, I decided that I will be I'll get a local library card where I was able to get some free books through my local library, where they even have apps that I can just upload ebooks. I can listen also to books, which is a better alternative. Eating out often, that one can really add up. I stopped eating out too often, but once in a week or so, I like to treat myself and my kids and we go out and eat. But one key thing is always budget for that as part of your entertainment or your eating out in your monthly budget. Brand specific, of course there's some those things that you really have to buy them, as a brand is way better than buying the generic. But if there's alternative where you can buy generic and you can save a few coins, I think that is a better option than having to buy a brand that are more expensive, because the little coins do add up and do make a big difference. Drinking coffee outside, like stopping at Starbucks in the morning while I'm going to work, I limited that, and what I do is I make my own coffee. I have like a nice cute coffee cup that I can carry with me, and I actually enjoy drinking tea more than coffee, so that's what I do. So that is another area you can cut down on things that you can stop buying to be in the journey of financially free. Gym subscription and membership fees, those can add up too. At the beginning of the year, we all feel like we need more exercise, we need to get more healthy, which is something fantastic, but life happens and you find yourself you're not going to the gym. Rather you have document the different ways you can exercise at home, and if you have a regular schedule, then that will be another indication that you're ready to move to the membership or to the gym. But initially, if you're in your journey for financial freedom, I will recommend that you don't do the gym membership. Try to find ways you can do at home, and also outside, walking in the parks or in your local town, somewhere you can just do maybe daily or 3 times a week, you can go walking or running, or find a space in your basement or in your garage dedicated specifically for exercise. New cars, I realized that a car depreciates about 20 to 30% in its first year as a new car. So that's something I stopped buying. I don't buy new cars. I try to find for a good car that will serve my purpose at the moment, where if I'm a parent, I know I need to carry kids, I purposefully go for that kind of a vehicle, and I try to find something that's going to work. You also don't want to buy a car that's going to be breaking out and you have to keep on taking it to the mechanic to be repaired. So you also have to buy a reliable car to get you to where you need to go, so that it doesn't become another stress. I stopped impressing people. Live true your true self. 99% of the time I find people are thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about you. So don't do things to impress others. Do what you love and do your passions. I stopped buying prepared foods, whether that is in local shops or in the supermarkets, or whereby you find that they have a prepared pizza, and instead of that, just prepare yourself some food at home. You end up cutting down on the salt, on the fat, on the preservatives. I think that's another good option to save yourself some money as well. Bottled water, this is something I'm still struggling with. I just haven't gotten the courage to drink the water from the tap here, because I don't know, I just need to figure out if it's safe, because sometimes has this a little bit taste. So but that's one thing I'm working towards stopping to buy, is bottled water, and find a way to reuse my water bottles that I have, and also help my kids to take the same route as well. Look for free or cheap activities on the weekend. So on the weekend, instead of finding expensive activities, finding cheap activities, like maybe visiting, a local event that's happening in your town, instead of having to do an expensive trip or an expensive adventure. Cleaning supplies, that's another area that I stopped buying. I no longer buy cleaning supplies. I make them myself here at home. I use vinegar along with Dawn soap. I mix half portion, and in the areas that I need to disinfect, I add a few drops of bleach and try to use them as my cleaning supplies. Hydrogen peroxide is another cleaning product that I use. It's cheap in the dollar store. It's cheap in different supermarkets as well, and you can buy a big bottle for less than $2, and you can use it as a cleaning item for your windows and shiny things, and it kind of helps clean it. Clothes, I stopped buying new clothes, and I try to use the ones I have. And I think with clothes, you just have to understand your fashion and understand what purpose are your clothes serving you. Do you need clothes to go to work? Do you need some clothes just to hang out at home? And if you are in a journey to financial freedom, I would recommend you designate a time where you're not buying clothes. And if you really absolutely need to buy clothes, buying used clothes from like a second-hand shop, like maybe Goodwill, Salvation Army, consignment shops, those are good areas to find some decent also clothes that you can buy at a reasonable price. Also, maybe looking for when the seasons are changing and getting some of those discounted clothes from the discount racks. Greeting cards, I stopped buying greeting cards. I find over the years, buying a greeting card will cost really expensively. You will find one card almost costing like $5.99. So I decided I will be handwriting my own cards, or using a tool called Canva and creating something that I can just print at my local library and make it as a cute card. Going to the hairdresser and salon, that was a big expense for me. Having my hair braided and having to change it within 2 to 3 months can become an expense. So that's another area that I decided I want to stop, and I ended up cutting my hair and putting a lot of color, as you can see, and the maintenance is low. And then also wigs and buying all those hair extensions can be expensive, but if you can afford and you are in a position to buy them and they make you feel good, that's okay. But just note that that's another area that if you really want to cut down on your expenses, that's another area that you can also go ahead and do so. And the last one is expensive exotic vacations. There are really many places that to visit, and as a travel lover here, I love to travel to different places. I came to realize that when I take trips to these exotic vacations or top vacation places, it becomes really expensive. So alternatives include maybe looking for a cheaper alternative or cheap airlines. And also, if you don't have to fly, maybe driving to a nearest destination that you would like to experience and also visit. Also for lodging, looking for cheap lodging alternatives like A&B. If you can camp and you're able to camp, that's another good alternative as well. When you travel, packing your own snacks to limit expensive meals in the restaurants. That's another tip that you can use when you have to either travel to these exotic destinations or maybe vacations. To know more about saving money while you're traveling, please don't forget you can watch one of my videos that I have prepared with tips on how you can travel cheap. And also, because personally I have traveled to many places and I have tried to keep the budget as minimal as I can, so I'm more than happy to share those tips, and I hope they can be of a great resource for you as well. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like this video as well as to share it, and come back as we continue this journey of financial freedom. And also I am on a goal to get like 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours before the end of this year. So help me to accomplish that goal. Thank you so much. May God bless you. Bye-bye.